Oh hey, welcome back to the show where I talk about dumb things. So imagine this. You go to sleep and find yourself in a very vibrant town, but you are also lucid dreaming as you come out of a cave that leads to the town. For the people that apparently live under a rock and don't know what lucid dreaming is, they are when you are dreaming but you are aware that you are inside your dream. For example, you normally don't know what you're seeing is being conjured up by your deceiving brain, but in a lucid dream, you do. So if you wake up outside a town inside the dream and you are aware that you are in a dream, what do you do next? What did I do? The situation and the possible decisions that have been presented is oddly specific for a situation that I supposedly made up, right? Well, it is made up by my brain once, which in short means it happened to me. So what did I do when presented with the situation myself? Well, I chose to run around like a crackpot and scream at people's faces to get me out of this dream I'm stuck in. Like that'll solve anything. So I have this list of videos that I wanted to make, one of which was called Dreams, which is obviously titled off of Domic's video of the same title. So I just decided, why not do it? So today we're gonna talk about dreams. Have you ever placed your mind so hard on things such as a product you want, like a game console or a tech product like a laptop or whatever, and at night your brain decides that it wants to enlarge the massive hole that's been engraved into your heart, and in order to do that it will make whatever you want appear in your dreams? Like you went to a new high school, saw a girl that you had a huge crush on, and now she appears in your dreams every night. And for your information, I do not have any experience with that situation. I don't have a crush on anyone yet. Or maybe you are just at Walmart or Target and you go to the electronics section because, I don't know, you're a huge nerd and see a piece of technology you really like but can't afford due to your parents rejecting you harder than your future marriage proposal. And for the next 10 days or so, that piece of tech appears in every single one of your dreams. And whenever you wake up, you begin to realize that your dreams will never come true. Well, I had some experiences with that one. The first experience I'm going to talk about is my Huion. If you didn't know, I am a proud owner of a Huion Canvas GT191 V2. Before I owned this thing, I developed an obsession with it. Basically, I saw it online, I wanted it badly, I got impatient, and it basically all sums up to, oh crap, I need this thing right now or else I will not function as a human being. So naturally, it started appearing in my dreams. The only ones I vividly remember is that one time in a dream of mine, I was sitting at my desk, quotes on my desk because it wasn't even my room, let alone my desk. And then suddenly, hey, you got a package. Thanks, Dad. I take a good look at the package and it's a drawing monitor. Yay, it's exactly what I wanted. Now I can finally throw out this old piece of crap. Actually, I don't remember if I even got it delivered in a package or if it was just sitting there in my room casually until I came in, as if it was always there. So a long time back when I first started to get into animation, like 2016 or so, I had this text file on my computer. That text file had a list of all the important dreams that I had up until that point, so that I could animate them later on. Some really old, some kind of new. I still have that text file, so I thought, why not use it for this video? What's funny is that the text files are designed to be a second-person story using pronouns such as you, your, etc. And I changed up a few minor details so that it can be a little more presentable. So I'll just read whatever I remember from my actual dreams. So let's begin with airplane chaos. So it starts with me on some desert on an island next to a plane. Now this plane isn't any ordinary plane. It loads people through the tail of the plane like this. It also boards people using a large staircase. I don't know how people can board airplanes like this. I don't know who approved this design, but okay, whatever. Architecture is weird anyway. Anyways, I was just wandering around this desert until a sudden gust of wind that was somehow perfectly in position and in power hit me and sent me flying all the way to the entrance of the weird plane, as if I was really thin in my dream. And naturally, I wanted to get the heck out. This is whack, I'm not staying here. Who knows where this plane is going, considering it dropped in the middle of nowhere with no airport nearby and no railway. My only guess is that they had an emergency landing. In that case, I'm just gonna go and... Oh no. So the plane apparently takes off using little runway. I guess this thing has incredible horsepower. And I start to panic. Eventually, when I'm miles above the ground, I just decide to jump, because why not? So I jumped onto the stairs, and the stairs decided to obey the laws of physics and leave me falling instead of letting me climb down to safety. I thought I was gonna break some of my bones, but I'm in a dream, so the sand cushions me. Afterwards, I get up and just wander around for a bit, and then a large sound in the exact same plane I fell out of hits me while the plane is flying above me. Then I wake up to the exact same sound ringing my eardrums. So I used to live in a place where planes would frequently pass us. Those are places where military planes are most common, and sometimes me and my dad would even go out to the roof of the apartment and sightsee for planes passing above us. So it's to no surprise that these planes would sometimes pass us during any time of the day, and their engines would also be really loud and obnoxious. So the plane entrance sound at the end of the dream was just the plane passing by in the real world that strangely leaked into my dream of the perfect timing. Next is Unofficial Nintendo. So this dream in the text file has some backstory, but in reality that backstory was just to make the story more presentable. There was no backstory. So the dream starts in this weird place that is supposedly a Nintendo arcade. Not Super Nintendo World, because this dream took place in 2016. In fact, I just thought something like Nintendo Land existed. I just thought I didn't know about it. Turns out I predicted it. Nintendo Land is basically an arcade-like place full of Nintendo stuff such as Mario Kart Arcade and a large Mario figure that I really wanted, and some very generic arcade games but with the Mario theme. So me and a friend, unspecified because I don't remember who it was, played some games. That's irrelevant. But then it gets late and I still haven't gotten the Mario figure. I was desperate, but meh, it was late. I head to the incredibly ghetto stairs, and for some reason they don't have handles. So I accidentally fall when I approach the edge of the stairs and hang onto a ledge. I call loudly for my friend, but he just ignores me and pushes me off. Like, what the heck, dude? And then he gets down the stairs and says, "You're gonna have to walk." Which means, what exactly? Anyways, me and him get up the stairs. I don't know why, not important. But then as soon as we reach the top, my friend just literally deactivates. Like, he just turns off. And then I take a look at this game where big spears drop out of this tube into another tube? I don't know. But a bullet bill comes out of the top of it and heads straight towards me. Instead of, getting out of the way, because it's a normal black bullet bill, not a red one. It can't chase me. I just scream for my life while dramatic music plays in the background, and then cut. In the text file, it's supposed to have this dramatic ending where the bullet bill actually hits you and you wake up scarred for life, but the dream only ended when the bullet bill was halfway towards me. Next up is, what the heck happened to my house? A very cool name. That's very creative. The dream starts in where I used to live long ago. I used to live in this place when I was 4, 5, 6. And I somehow had a small jungle gym in my somehow huge backyard. The jungle gym was similar to what they had in my school at the time. I was going on the jungle gym with my stuffed animal. So it gets stuck on my way down a curvy slide, and despite my attempts to stop myself down the slide and try to climb up and get it, I slide all the way down. It was a sort of a nightmare for me because I was really small and that Mickey Mouse plush was literally everything to me. I wanted to go get the plush back, but then I start bunny hopping uncontrollably. I can get up to the jungle gym and go get it while I can jump without thinking about it, right? So naturally I enter my house for what reason? Probably just to get help or whatever. But then I realize, what happened to the roof? In the real world, our house's roof at the time was way high up. The upper area in the living room doesn't have a second floor, so it's just empty and huge. So I started getting confused. Why is it that in this dream, the roof is only about the height of my television? At this point, I stopped hopping. It's kind of like random hiccups in which you just randomly get and randomly let go of. And that's it. That's all I wrote. I couldn't remember anything else that happened, but I really hope that I got the plush back at the end of the dream. In fact, I probably did. Moving on, we have the race now. So the text file has all this weird crap I've inserted to make the story make more sense, when in reality it could just be summed up to a basic race to find the exit of a weird living room I'm trapped in. I'm not alone, there are other people who I don't know why they exist here, doing whatever the heck they want, such as watching the television, goofing around, slacking off, but whatever. Seems like I'm the only one who wants to escape. I eventually found the host and asked him to give us a hint, and then he said something along the lines of this. No, I won't attempt to say this because that will be cringe. So he just yeets me behind him after that, and I go down this huge slide, and then eventually I approach the exit. Sunlight shined onto my face. I knew. I escaped. I was out. And I was hardworking. I actually asked the host where was the exit and not actually finding it for myself. And the exit was right behind the host. Why not just walk past him? Why doesn't the host move where the thing, this is just confusing. The exit was right behind him. It don't need to, never mind. And then finally, I saved the best one for last. OMG, the TV. So this is probably the dream that got me aware of what dreams are. Oh, and just so you know, I was probably 4 or 5 when this dream occurred. That just adds to the trauma. Anyways, so it starts by me going in to watch TV. And after a while of me watching some mindless entertainment for kids, some strange phenomenon occurs. And the TV suddenly turns into a portal to a very rusty elevator. The TV sucks me into the elevator against my will and then closes its doors. I just go with the flow at this point. The door then opens after a bit and then I get transported to this very weird and ghetto place. I see some weird crap there, like my IRL friend, some dusty construction stuff, and a creepy entrance to a hallway. So the dream transforms into me just coming into the master bedroom again, having a normal day, and I decide that I want to go to that place again. So I just turn the TV on to whatever channel the elevator hacked. I don't know what hacked the elevator channel. I don't know how this is possible. I just climbed inside the TV and into the elevator and pressed the up button. After a bit, I reached the top with nothing in sight. I go into the hallway and it's incredibly dirty. This probably set up why I'm so afraid of the dark. After some walking, I find some sort of catapult. I didn't know that it was a catapult, I just thought it was a platform. I'm 4, what do you want? I stand on the empty side of the catapult that just screams to step on them. Whoops, bad idea. At this point, I'm trapped in this weird room where there is an invisible platform holding me near the roof of this weird restaurant. I can't escape it, no matter how hard I try. One thing that I noticed while screaming out for help was that my voice was literally fading away every time I screamed, to the point where I could make no noise coming out of my mouth. What a creepy experience. Even more creepy is one dream I experienced late last year or early this year. The only thing I could remember is that my brain was trying to spook me. So when I was waiting for an elevator at some unknown building, the elevator opened up to some creepy Slenderman-like dude with their chin only visible, with the rest of their head over the elevator? I have no idea why my brain did that. Throughout all the dreams I've explained so far in this video, none of them are complete explanations of what happened throughout the dream. My dreams aren't very vivid when I get out of bed, let alone after a couple months, so I can't exactly tell what's going on here. Sometimes I even have no dreams at all throughout the night, so it's just a cut to morning, which is the best. Now my dreams are weird and make absolutely no sense. I've left other experiences of my lucid dreams out of this video since I don't think they're that entertaining. But you know what is entertaining to talk about? Waking up. When you wake up after a dream, you realize what your brain has done to you. If you sleep again, your brain will mess you up again. And not to mention how hard it is to wake up during the morning. Might as well fall back to sleep again. And during school, when I wake up at my 6 o'clock alarm, then I sleep again because I'm too lazy to get out of bed and I accidentally doze off again. And then the moment I realized I've slept after I wake up, I see the light out of my window, I check my phone out of panic, and oh my gosh, it's 7:30?